Greetings from Obi-Nuku Chineke. You are blessed and empowered to achieve good with your daily activities, such as placing food on your table through the work of the wind, water, and sand that our Creator uses to sustain our lives and witness His creation. About spirit. We have to look into these. The reason why spirits left their dwelling place is that they did something unacceptable that made the Creator send them out from their dwelling place. And here they are to work with humans, and for spirits to work with humans are attacks for them to restore their dwelling place, and their mission here is to do good work with humans, not evil assignment, because doing bad work with humans it will cause them not to return to their dwelling place where their authority is recognized. Spirits meant well for humans, and in any land where there are humans, they have the authority to command spirits to do their bidding but not evil work. Each country has good spirits, and any land that has evil spirits is caused by the humans misleading the spirits to execute iniquity for them. Spirits don't have bad intentions for humans, but humans are using them to commit lawlessness, which makes humans present them as evil spirits. Without humans showing concern for them, they will not have access to harm humans, and spirits act via human authority. I will not accept the condemnation that every spirit that my forefathers conducted is an evil spirit. And again in my land, nothing like evil spirits because spirits don't have the power or authority to control the things of the earth. But humans are the ones handling the things of the world, and humans are misleading spirits that lost their dwelling place to do a bad job for them. Because any spirit that enters this very earth is automatically under human control, and humans are the ones that mismanage spirits, and spirits don't have flesh to perform, and for spirits to become active is by human commands. And again, the spirits don't have emotions as humans do, and they don't know human distress, and the spirits can do whatever humans summon them to do, and humans are the ones that cause evil against themselves, and without humans showing concern to the spirits, they will not go against humans. Any powerful spirits in any community are the humans that made such spirits powerful, and spirits cannot be powerful without human support, and whatever spirits have here on earth is offered by humans. Any good spirits are the ones that humans use for good work, and evil spirits are those spirits that humans use for sinful assignments. And again, the good spirit doesn't disturb if humans stop using them because they have good records in the presence of the Creator of the universe. But the evil spirits disturb because they create more punishment upon themselves by allowing humans to use them to do evil work against their fellow humans. The truth is that the earth is a second chance for those spirits that lost their dwelling place because of their bad behavior. And the spirits that are here on the world must behave well to regain back their dwelling place where spirits have the authority to do things of their own, because this earth is not for spirits, but is for humans. And any spirit that allows itself to be used by humans for an evil assignment, such spirit will never regain back their precious dwelling. You notice that spirits are distant from humans because this earth is for humans, not for the spirit. And humans should not expect spirits to do things for them from the beginning. Our Creator made the earth for humans dwelling, not for a spirit-dwelling place. And for that, this very earth is for humans, not of spirits. And humans are in the position to beautify the world with the creation of their brain and 5 fingers, not the spirits. And some communities are fighting spirits that their forefathers made evil. And such spirits are the spirits that their forefathers used to fight against themselves. For a human to mislead a spirit to fight against humans, such spirits need a human soul or animal blood to cover their body to be active, because the spirits don't have the power to attack humans with their spirit appearance. And this is the reason why spirits requesting humans' bodies or animal blood, because this earth is for humans, not for the spirits. A spirit that humans sacrificed human blood or animal blood to cover their appearance to be active, such a spirit will become evil spirit because the soul will be disturbing that spirit that you don't have authority over the soul, and in the process of arguing, such a spirit will become rough to the community that offered humans blood to them. Any spirit that humans offered human blood to be active, and with time, the wind, water, and sand will remind that spirit that for you to accept human blood, you will never regain your dwelling place because you allowed humans to tag you an evil spirit in your second chance to recover your lost kingdom. and for you to accept every evil work from human that have caused you to fail your dwelling place. With this point of view, any spirit that didn't regain his/her dwelling place after entering the earth, such a spirit, is a spirit that the selfishness of human caused harm, and such spirit will become violent to those greedy humans that use them to control their fellow humans. The evil spirits we have here on earth are the spirits that humans turn into evil spirits, those spirits that humans use to work against their fellow humans after using those spirits by creating a bad name for those spirits. The wind, water, and sand that sustains humans' lives will condemn the activities of such spirits toward humans that they are guarding. And for this, the wind, water, and sand will curse. Such spirits never will you regain your kingdom of authority because you have failed in your second chance that our Creator gives you to regain your dwelling place. After this conversation between the wind, water, sand, and the spirits that allowed themselves to be used by the greedy humans for evil work, such spirits will become angry at humans, which made them never regain their dwelling place in their second chance. That is why those humans that use spirits to gain power and money, those spirits keep demanding humans' blood from them, so that those humans will also suffer with them after their flesh bodies depart from this earth. From this point of view, humans shouldn't use spirits for evil assignments against their fellow humans, because this earth is a second chance for the spirits to regain their dwelling place. And using the spirits for evil work against humans will cause more damage to the spirits than humans that using them to do the evil assignment, and it will become more disasters to humans to have pace after death. From this point of view, humans should use spirits in their second chance to regain their lost dwelling and to do good work here on earth, so that after the whole actions, the spirits that found themselves on this very earth for their second chance will regain their dwelling place. And also humans that use the spirits to do good work on this very earth will have pace after death. In this view, every spirit on this earth can do good things for humans, and humans should use the spirits for good work, because when the spirits came on earth, they know nothing. They are like newborn babies, and for this reason, humans should teach the spirits how to do good work for humans, and for them to regain their lost kingdom. And for humans, this earth is a place of a second chance for the spirit that lost their dwelling place, cause of their wrong behaviors. In this view, stop using the spirits to do bad things, because they are here for a second chance to regain their dwelling place. Stop provoking the spirits in their second chance to regain their dwelling place, and stop using them against your fellow humans, so that those spirits here can regain their dwelling place. This earth is for humans' dwelling place, a place where humans have the authority to command and to beautify the things of the earth with their brains and their 5 fingers. The spirits can be in good times with humans if humans use them to do good things, not bad work that makes the wind, water, and sand judge them for their bad behavior towards humans, whereby they are on earth for a second chance to regain their dwelling place. In this view, no spirit is evil. I'm the person who uses the spirits to do evil against my fellow humans, and whatever I use the spirits to do on this very earth, I'm the person going to suffer for it, because the spirits on this earth, they just like a newborn baby that doesn't know about humans' feelings and pains. Humans know the feelings and pains of their fellow humans. In this view, no spirit is evil. I'm the person who uses the spirits to do evil against my fellow humans. And whatever I use the spirits to do on this very earth, I'm the person going to suffer for it, because the spirits on this earth, they just like a newborn baby that doesn't know about humans' feelings and pains. Humans know the feelings and pains of their fellow humans. The power to handle the things of the earth is given to humans, not the spirits, because our Creator has empowered humans to govern the world before spirits came into the world. The power to control the earth is upon humans because this earth is a human dwelling place, and any spirit that enters this earth is under human control, and whatever humans command spirits to do, they will do it. And if it's a sinful work that you commanded spirit to do, they will do it. And after you mislead spirits to do evil work against humans, you will suffer for it. And if you think after using the spirit to destroy your fellow humans with the evil work, and after that you ask for forgiveness, truly, you are deceiving yourself, because the wind, water, and sand are there to witness all of your evil plans against your fellow human being. In this view, you cannot escape from the evil work that you use spirits to do against your fellow human. Again, I disagreed with anyone who says that all the spirits in my land are evil, and again, fighting with those spirits in my land as evil spirits will cause my whole time fighting, whereby others are busy developing their lands. Fighting the spirits in my land as evil spirits will also cause me not to see the good things in my land, and those who refuse to fight the spirits in their land are those who are busy developing their lands to better their lives. Those who spend all their time fighting the spirits in their land are undeveloped, and those who don't fight the spirits in their land but are at peace with them are those who can travel to the land of those who spend their time fighting the spirits in their land, to discover somethings to manufacture that can help humans live. Fighting with spirits all the time in the name of religion can cause your whole time, because fighting with spirits all the time can cause your time of development, and the spirits never die. But they can be weak, and you have time to discover good things in your land. To better your country's income is more important than fighting spirits all time. Humans can be at peace with spirits. I said to the communities, use the spirit to do good work, not bad things, so that you will help your people to stop fighting spirit all their lives. Fighting spirit causes undeveloped because it will cause all your time, and fighting spirit all-time damage brain because all your lives focused on fighting spirits, and it will make your brain lacking the creativity work to develop your land. For me, any spirit that is in my land and willing to work with me, I will only use the spirit to do what is good for my fellow humans, not to destroy humans, because I want the spirits that work with me to regain their lost kingdom after working with me, and I'm aware of the wind, water, and sand that they are the witness of whatever work I use spirits to do. Because of the constant work of the wind, water, and sand, I cannot hide the activities between me and the spirits. For this view, I will use the spirits to do good work so that after working with the spirits, they will regain their lost kingdom, and I will gain peace after death. This displacement left an indelible mark on their being, a yearning for the world they had lost. We can correct our errors and start using the spirit to do good things so that we can use our time to manufacture what we consume and to use our time to develop our country. A country that produces what you are consuming is a country that doesn't spend time fighting spirits, but they give away to the spirits to do good work for them and helping the spirits to regain their dwelling place. They will be happy with you because the earth is their second chance to regain their lost kingdom. And the spirits are not against humans. It's humans that using them to do evil work against their fellow humans. My people, try and learn how to use the spirits in our land to do good work to your fellow brothers and sisters so that we can use our time to do something that can help us to manufacture what we consume and to develop our land. Let's help ourselves to stop using spirits for everything, because the spirit is here for a second chance for them to regain the dwelling place that they lost because of their wrong behavior. And we should not use them to do bad things again. Spirits are here for humans to help them with good behavior to regain their kingdom of authority. Spirits are not as evil as humans thought. They love humans in their kingdom, and they have their things as humans do. And their way of doing things is deference from humans' things. And their understanding of doing things is not of humans' understanding. That is why humans can use them to do bad things without their knowledge, because the understanding of the spirit is totally out of this earth. You can acknowledge it. Some people use the spirit to do good work, and some people use the spirits to do a sinful work. It shows that the spirits don't know the outcome of the work that humans sending them to do. Spirits are under human commands for them to regain their lost kingdom, and for them to serve humans is a chance given to them to regain their lost kingdom. And that is why the spirit can quickly answer humans whenever humans call upon them. And for a spirit demanding things of the earth from humans is caused by the humans that giving them the things of the earth to carry out their assignment. And for that, they become used to it to have evidence of any humans using them for work both good and bad. Our Creator created humans, and spirits freely send the spirits here on earth to correct their errors so that doing good work with humans will help them regain their dwelling place. In this view, humans should learn how to use spirits to do good things, not bad things, and again is not mandatory for humans to use spirits in everything because the Creator of the universe gave humans brains and 5 fingers to establish themselves before the spirits came into the earth. Using the spirit all the time causes the human brain and five fingers imperfect in creativity because the brain and five fingers are for humans to manufacture what they consume to develop their lands and to have a better life with one another. The truth is that if you think that this earth is worthless, can you be able to create wind, water, and sand? If you can't, then the world is not worthless because it's owned by a particular creator. And the creator of the wind, water, and sand will not create the wind, water, and sand, and with all in it and make them worthless before the presence of the wind, water, and sand. That is not possible. And if the world is worthless for your understanding, then why there is a replacement for death? And if there is a replacement of death, it proves that the world is not worthless to the creator of the world. Humans die, and women give birth. Likewise, animals and females give birth for replacement of the deceased. And if anyone tells you that this world is worthless, that person is misleading you. First, humans are liquid to form in a woman's womb, which is another world, woman's womb, and the second is earth. If you call this world worthless, how about the woman's womb, your first world? After this earth, there is another place to have peace of mind. And that peaceful place requests our good behavior from this earth. And that good behavior is the way you treat your fellow humans with kindness. Don't destroy any human because you are not the creator of humans. And if you treat your fellow human beings well on this earth, you will have peace after this world. And this earth is a place for you to achieve the entrance of the peaceful place after your flesh body departed from this world. If this world is a place for you to archive the entrance of a peaceful place after death, it proves that this world is not worthless for any human, and a country that plans well knows how to develop their country and to give their citizens a good living. A well-planned country will not call this world worthless, except those who are living in a country that doesn't plan well for their citizens can name this world worthless. The Creator made His creation perfect before humans made it imperfect with their products out of their greediness. And a country destroys a country to steal from them out of selfishness. Humans destroyed themselves because of their lack of self-control and ego mentality, and we have to understand that the creator of the universe cannot create the earth and make it worthless before his creatures. The question is this: can anyone suffer and build a huge house or cultivate a farm, and someone calls it worthless? If you are the owner of the house and a farm, how will you feel when someone calls your effort valueless? If you think the earth is valueless, then let the owner of the world take away his wind, water, and sand. Then you will understand what is called a worthless world. And if these three major things still functioning on the earth, the wind, water, and sand, it proves that the owner of the world still wants his world to be performing. A place like Africa is a place where you can see a preacher preaching the world is worthless, a place where the wind, water, and sand are still at work. Africans failed to plan how to develop themselves to manufacture what they consume and to build sustainable systems that can enable them to stand firm in their lands. If Africans can adjust unreasonable spending of their fund and look into the manufacturing of what they consume and what their forces are required to guard their countries, and establish a good living for their citizens, then they will begin to understand that the world is not worthless, and if the wind, water, and sand are still active, it proves that the world is not valueless. A country that plans well for its citizens never quotes a worthless world, and it's only those who name the world worthless need to reset their brains and minds. Every country needs to build a system that can stop suffering in their country, and stop greed, stop tribalism, and centralize the power. Practice equality in government. Let every part of the country develops. The first step to building a system to stop suffering is to be productive to better the economy, and not embezzle the country's funds for the development of your country to attract foreigners to invest in your country, and to create more jobs for your citizens to reduce crimes and corruption. And for the preachers of the regions, stop preaching what happens in another man's land for ages, and preach what happens in your land and the solution to how to solve the problem in your land. Preachers, preach to your leaders to lead well, and if anyone is telling you that you don't have the right to judge anyone that committing lawlessness, I'm telling you that you have the right to judge your leaders who are misleading the country funds, who fails to develop the country. Take note, lack of development causes suffering, sin, and crimes. This is where your preaching is supposed to go. To your country leaders, not to the poor people that you can easily deceive and steal from their pocket to enrich yourself. The reason why Africans are suffering is that their religious preachers never preach against stealing in their government. African religious preachers are fighting the devil that they cannot see, but the devil that they can see that causes suffering in the land they never fight to correct them. African preachers failed. Religious preachers are everywhere in Africa, but there is no development because no one is preaching the truth that can save Africans from undeveloped, and any preacher who is not preaching against the evil in his land, that person is not a preacher of the good news of the land. African preachers must stop preaching about what happened in the past in another man's land and start preaching about what happens in their land and what causes suffering that leads to sin and crimes. The undeveloped country has no manufacturing, no production, no electricity, no good road, no good hospital, no good water, and no jobs after schooling. And such a country will be full of sin, crimes, and that caused by the leaders of the country. African preachers, what happened in Israel for ages, cannot stop sin and crimes in a country that doesn't provide jobs to their citizens after schooling. For your notice, you African religious preachers, Israel people are developing their lands by manufacturing what they consume and building things to defend themselves from those people who attack them. And Israel is not dwelling in their past, but building a system of government that will stop their people from suffering that causes sin and crimes. African preachers, if you fail to preach against the poor systems in Africa, how can you stop the suffering that causes sin and crimes in Africa? For me, religion in Africa is not helping Africans, but putting Africans in the dark port and stealing from them causes more suffering in Africa. Foreign religions in Africa are darkness upon Africans, and they never preach the truth that can save Africans from suffering, but preach to steal from their pocket to enrich themselves. You preachers in Africa, if you keep preaching what happened in Israel for ages, and you abandon the wickedness happening in your lands, you are destroying the people of your land. Israel is building its country to be better, and you keep preaching its past, not its current development. I tell you, African preachers, you are blind to the money attached to your religion, and that makes you senseless before other continents. You love the money that you are making from foreign religions to enrich yourself, not to tell your leaders the truth that can bring good changes in your country. You, African religion preacher, stop preaching what happens in Israel and preach what happens in your country to save lives, and stop fooling yourself by preaching what people wrote about Israel, and start preaching the truth that can develop your country and stop your people from suffering that causes sin and crimes. Preachers preach about the systems that can help your government to develop your country and to stop people from suffering that causes sin, crimes, and to live life like other developed countries or to be ahead of them, so that foreigners can live in your country to bring more development, to create jobs for your people to work after schooling. I'm telling you from today, this is your work. You African religion preachers, go and preach what happens in your land because Israel, Europe, and Asia don't preach what happens in Africa, but what happened in their land, how to fix its problems, and to bring good living in their country to save lives by stopping jobless after schooling that causes sins and crimes. I tell you this, any preacher that comes to your land and preaches that the world is worthless, never listen to such a preacher. Because when he returns to his country, he preaches about development to better the lives of their people to stop sin and crimes. It's only in Africa that a foreign preacher will preach after suffering, you will go to heaven, a place where there is development, and the preacher will park all your money and return to his country and preach about the development to better their lives. And that is what makes Africans think suffering is a normal thing, and without knowing that suffering is a darkness upon the flesh that makes the flesh commit sins and crimes. I tell you, to live a better life in a country developed by the government that can help you out of sins and crimes, and that can take you to a place where you may find peace after death, and offer your fellow humans good treatment, not suffering and sorrowing. What makes you suffer is the system of your government, which causes your country. And a developed country less suffering from their citizens. Every human should contribute well to lessen the suffering of humans and to prove good living. And every human has a connection with the Creator of the universe through the wind, water, and sand. The creator of the universe created the wind, water, and sand to assist humans and to be creative to better their lives to avoid suffering that leads to sins and crimes. Every human being should be living a better life, without suffering to witness the creation of our Creator and to praise Him for His perfection so that He can open another door where humans can have peace after death. For this view, every preacher in Africa should turn their preaching to their governments to develop Africa because this earth is not worthless, and every human should have a better life before death. Suffering causes sin, crimes, and evil acts, but good living brings joy and happiness doesn't attract sins or crimes. Residing in a developing country brings happiness, and it reduces sin and crime, Africans. Let's take away anything that doesn't help Africans to develop and to stop practicing something that doesn't stop us from suffering. Africans have to rethink and ask what we are practicing and whether are we practicing something that can help us to develop our lands to stop our people from suffering that causes sin and crimes. We have to focus our minds on the things that can bring development in Africa, not everywhere religion without giving an idea of manufacturing what we consume. Religion in Africa is only taking from our pocket, without giving us an idea of development and self-defense when enemies attack. Africans are lost by what they are practicing, called foreign religion. They are stealing from us and causing more suffering in Africa. All countries in Africa hold onto your brain for development and to stop suffering that causes sin and crime because we are attached to the Creator of the universe through wind, water, and sand. And in the same way, Asia and Europe are connected to the Creator of the universe. You have the title to be creative and develop your lands without anyone controlling you mentally and how you should live in your land, by what they manufactured to put fear in your mind, and what makes a country a world power is what they manufacture. Africans, if you are not into manufacturing, how can you become a world power like Israel that you always talk about in your preaching? The truth to deliver yourself from suffering is to develop your country to remove the shame that covered you before other continents. Suffering yourself doesn't mean you have sacrificed to gain a peaceful place after death. Being poor doesn't mean you have sacrificed to gain a peaceful place after death. Being a rich person doesn't mean that you have everything to gain a peaceful place after death. Being prayerful doesn't mean you will gain a peaceful place after death. Fasting always doesn't mean you will gain a peaceful place after death. What gives access to a peaceful place after death is the way you treat your fellow humans and the way you handle the spirit being that came to the world to do good work with humans and to regain their peaceful kingdom. From now on, wind, water, and sand will become stronger and more beautiful than before. We are blessed and empowered to achieve great through the existence of the wind, water, and sand that our Creator uses to sustain our lives and monitors our daily activities. To avoid blacklist afterlife, we are truly blessed. Before I go, I want to urge all Africans who practice foreign religions, without knowing the foundation of the religions, because of the money in it, they keep pushing Africans to own Africans mentally, is very bad and ugly for someone to condemn his own and follow foreigners to practice their creation. Because religion created by humans, not by the Creator of the wind, water, and sand that uses wind, water, and sand to sustain all humans to acknowledge Him and His creation. Every land or country has good spirits that dwell in the land, that are willing to work with anyone who knows how to do good work. Not bad work that brings blacklist to the spirits. Africans should understand that your forefathers, of your ancestors who speak the language that you are speaking, who fought and gained the land that you called your place where you are from, you should not condemn them because you are living in their lands that they sacrificed their life to own as your village. You should respect them and thank them for their sacrifice, for you to have a place of home. Whatever they did to have a place that you can call home, be grateful to them, not to condemn them as evil spirit, whereby you are in their land that they fought for, to secure the future of the generation to come, like China forefathers did. Condemning your forefathers causes separation, and it will make you always fight with them because you are living on their land. I'm telling you, your forefathers did not do anything wrong against you. You are in the position to develop the land that they fought for you. Other countries are developing. But you keep fighting your forefathers via foreign religion, that you don't know about the foundation. I want to ask a question. If the foreigner brought their religion to you and said to you that they want to change their religion for something X, what would be your faith? This is the reason. You should not condemn your forefathers and perfect their own with good teaching of good behavior and how to handle the spirits of the land with good work, not bad work that is against human life. Your forefathers can speak with spirit and the spirit will respond to them. Do you see how close and powerful your forefather is? But today you find it difficult to speak with the spirit when you need to speak with spirit, because you condemn your forefathers with the foreign religion that you don't know about the foundation. I want to ask you, why is it that when you have a problem with your person, you go to a native doctor to prepare a charm, that you can't even prepare with your foreign religion? Does it mean that your forefathers' way of communication with spirit is a powerful or easy way to reach spirit? If you still have such a mentality, why do you condemn your forefathers to condemn the spirits in your land that you are supposed to use for good work? But in foreign religion, what you are doing is to call upon the spirit of the foreign religion to answer you and to work on your request. But you condemn all the spirits in your land as an evil spirit that you have never asked them to do good for you, not even asked anything from them. But you condemn them and tag them evil spirits. This is where your problem lies, because of the money that you are making from the foreign religion, and then you become blind from the truth. Every land has a spirit, and the creator of the wind, water, and sand is placed in every land. To work with humans depends on how you use them. And all spirit knows how to do good work and bad work. And for the spirits, doing good work is by your commands, and for the spirits to do bad work is by your comments. For this reason, you own your forefathers' apology for condemning them for no reason because of the foreign religion that made you lose your mind because of the money that you are making from it to enrich yourself. To be in peace with your forefathers will restore peace and good things in the land, as China did. I urge all Africans to gather in their village square every Saturday evening with their traditional attire, or eat things that their forefathers used to pray with the creator of the wind, water, and sand that sustains all humans to live and witness his creation. In doing this every Saturday evening or anywhere you are residing, to apologies to your forefathers, to forgive all the wrong words that you have spoken against them, the things you did against them, the prayer that you pray against them without knowing the truth. Now I'm here to say I'm sorry. I want to be in peace with my forefathers so that good things will come into the land and establish the people of the land. Take note. I didn't ask you to worship your forefathers as your creator. I said make peace with them and stop praying against them because they did not against you. And if there is any agreement that they made with a spirit which required understanding, should go through and find the truth and solution to agree with them, or to disagree to cancel the agreement with due process, not otherwise with improper way to disagree that causes more harm to the people of the land. Again, I didn't ask you to worship the spirit in your land as your creator. I said you can use the spirits in your land for good work, not bad work, because every spirit knows how to do good work and also knows how to do bad work, but always use them for good work, so that after using the spirit for work, they will not come against you if you truly use them for good work. They will be happy with you and be in a good team with you. But if you use them for bad work, they will come against you for using them for bad work. You can only worship your Creator who created wind, water, and sand that sustains your life each day of your life. In my language, we call our Creator Chukwu Okike Abiyama, means the Creator of the universe, the own of the wind, water, and sand that sustain all humans. Have it in mind, every country on this very earth has a good and bad spirit, and a bad spirit is the spirit that humans use for evil work, and a good spirit is the spirit that humans use for good work. And again, the Creator of the universe, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, put good spirits in every country on this very earth. And again, humans are in the position to change evil spirits to good spirits by using the spirit for good work only. And with the time, that evil spirit will become used to good work, and that will make the spirit a good spirit, not bad spirit any longer. Have it in mind. If a foreigner can present their spirit to you as a good spirit under religion, why can't you present your spirit in your land as a good spirit to them by using the spirit in your land to do good work only because spirits are under your command? To start with, all the foreigners that brought their religion to you, none of them performed signs and wonders with their religion before your presence, after helping them to condemn all the spirits in your land that your forefathers work with. And after the foreigner that brought their religion to you returns to their country, you start performing signs and wonders. The question is, Where did you get that power to perform signs and wonders? Is it from the spirit in your land? Or a foreign religion? Why suddenly, signs and wonders, if you can consult the spirit of your land to work with you on the platform of the foreign religion? Why can't you praise the Creator who placed the spirit in your land through your platform than using the foreign platform, whereby you are using the spirit in your land to perform signs and wonders? Truly, you are the one who presents yourself before the foreigners as a worthless human, where you have everything to stand for yourself before the Creator of the universe. I ask you, African religious preachers, if Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia take back their religious books from Africa and do not practice their religious books in Africa as a whole, what will be your faith? Because all the religions that you are practicing are not your own. You don't even have a religion of your own to present to the Creator of the universe, the own of all humans and languages, as Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia did by creating their way of reaching the Creator of the universe. You can see that they are progressing more than you, and all the things and systems that you are living in Africa are from Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia. You Africans don't even have anything people can practice as an African religion. In the manufacturing system, you are zero. In the school system, you are zero. In the government system, you are zero. In all systems, you are zero. You don't have anything for Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia to practice. Noting from your head people can practice. And you want the world to respect you. How can it be possible? I'm telling you, African religion preachers with time, the new generation will curse you for weak brains. You are always blaming your forefathers who work with spirits, a spirit that you never consulted for good work. Spirit is just like a car, and you are a driver. So why are you blaming your forefathers? Now you are in the position to use the spirit for good work. And if you think that spirit is your brain to manufacture a product to better your country, as other country in the world did, Africans, is high time you begin to create your own thing and put it in practice. With time, it will become perfect, practice makes perfect, and mistakes bring correction. That is the secret of Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia, progress. Africans, create your systems in everything, and practice but your system, and you will see your head working for good. Try the Creator of the universe and be creative. The Creator of the wind, water, and sand will help you to achieve good, like Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia. The reason why Africans fail is that Africans don't practice their system. Africans try and practice what you designed, and you will see progress in your land because you will make sure that you get it right. Africans challenge Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia. By practicing your system, they will respect you in the world congregation. Put yourself right and stop looking at the money you don't even know what to do with. You keep fighting your brother because of money that you don't even know the meaning of. Money in government and foreign religious systems blind your brain to creativities to beautify your country for generations to come. This generation is going to fight because you have nothing of your own to present to them, and they have nothing of their own to present for the new generation to become, because your system of anything that you want to practice will make you stronger and wise to put your things right before the world. Africans can't depend on foreign systems of life in school, in government, and religion. We must create our own system of anything we want to practice. We are humans with brains, not empty brains. After schooling, we must put things into practice and perfect the land of Africa. And the creators of the wind, water, and sand are waiting for Africans to come with their system of anything that they want to practice to better the land of Africa like Asia, Europe, and Saudi Arabia did. Africans, be wise and allow your brain to be creative so that the wind, water, and sand will assist you in accomplishing your system of life that will better your land of Africa. I thank you, the Creator of the wind, water, and sand that sustains all humans to be creative and to create a system that brings good living. I thank you, my Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the owner of all humans and language for communication. You are highly praised, always perfecting me to work with the wind, water, and sand that you use to monitor the universe. I'm highly blessed through the work of the wind, water, and sand upon my life. I will stop here for now, and I will always bring to your table the truth that you will set you free from the darkness. And when we begin to exercise the truth in our country, we will begin to see the light of developments that stops sins and crimes. Thank you for listening from Obi Nnukwu Chineke. The truth of the truth. The brain and 5 fingers, the wind, water, and sand we present to you. Writer Kingsley Achinike, aka Ikuku.